Then I had the guava juice that I've been enjoying recently. Again, it's very sweet, no sugar, well, lots of sugar, no fat at all. Then I had hibiscus bisap, which is pretty sweet. It's got quite a lot of sugar sweetening in there. This is not store bought. This is made by the wife, alhamdulillah. And then for dinner, I had mango, pear, grapes, and mandarin. To give you an idea, it's quite a big portion. That's a 2-year-old's hand, giving you an idea as to the size of the plate. I'm actually very full from eating this way. It's the bulk of fruit and possibly the sugars in there. And then I had 3 cups of Senegalese tea. It's very strong tea and very sweet. If you've never had it, you don't know, but boy, is it sweet. And then I managed to get a scale. So when I came home, just before I went to bed, I weighed myself. 214.2 pounds. Not sure I'm very happy about that. It's heavier than I expected and not great. So that was the benchmark that was taken in the evening, which is just as a first baseline measurement. And then I weighed myself in the morning after this day of eating, and quite a significant drop, 209.8. So look at that, huge drop overnight. I'm not sure whether we write much into that because the measurement was taken obviously with sort of a full stomach and whatever in the evening, or relatively full stomach, but clearly showing the scale going in the right direction. And as I've got some future food logs coming up, you'll see that I'm just losing weight. This sugar fast works. If anybody's interested in it, wants to ask me questions, then please do. But here's the food log for day 5. I hope it's useful and of benefit to some people. Abdurrahman with 2-0 to start. This is the day that derailed me, and which is why I'm catching up on all of these food logs. This is the day that I gave up coffee, and it took me out completely. Listening to strangers on the internet about reducing coffee on the sugar fast might have been a good thing for my overall health, but boy, did it make me feel bad this day. It basically took me out. So this was my breakfast. Pretty similar breakfast: grapes, mandarins, mango, pear, and apples with extra honey. I then had some sugar water during the day because I was feeling pretty rotten from not having any coffee. This is the first time I haven't had a litre of coffee in forever, at least 3 years, probably longer. So I was expecting it to be not pleasant, but it was a lot worse than I expected. Now, I always stop coffee during Ramadan when I'm fasting, but I always, when after I've broken my fast in the evening, I have some coffee. So my body is able to handle, a temporary period away from coffee. But this is the first time I've ever been like fully no coffee for the whole day. Later in the day, I had some BSAP again. Again, very sweet. This was when I was exercising. You can see my foot. That's where I was training. I had this during my training, and then the dinner after basically being bedridden because of giving up coffee was grapes, papaya, mango, and mandarin. So it was a pretty tough day for me. I basically had to sleep a whole lot and was really suffering caffeine withdrawal. I don't like that idea that I'm that addicted to caffeine that I get withdrawal symptoms. So I push through. I get up very early in the morning for reading Quran and for worship, and so I was starving because I hadn't really eaten enough. If you look at that, that's not enough food for someone my age, my size, my weight, male. So I had some applesauce with sugar, homemade, in the morning before I had a nap, and then the scale went down. The sugar fasting shows that it works, but it probably went down because I didn't have so much food. Although I wasn't particularly hungry, but I don't think that's enough food for me to be having. But down 0.4 pounds, in showing that when you go all sugar, the scale is going to go down. So, alhamdulillah, good day from a weight loss point of view. Probably a good day from a health point of view and an endocrine point of view and all of these things. But a tough personal day, which is why I'm logging this a few days after it happened. But alhamdulillah, there you go. That's what I was eating on that day. Hopefully it's interesting. Please comment like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. There you are. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Abdurrahman from 20 to start getting sort of back into the swing of things after the caffeine issue. This was yesterday's eating. As you can see, a big plate of fruit, as always, Senegalese papaya and I think Senegalese, but definitely Senegalese mango. It's got a very nice taste, very different to the normal mango that I'm used to. Grapes, mandarins, and a cup of sweet tea. I decided time to load up on sugar. It's sweet green tea or mint and green tea. Getting off the coffee was an issue, but yesterday I was actually starting to feel a bit better. Still a bit of a headache, but nothing like the day before. Sort of feeling like it's getting cleaned out of my system. Then more sweet tea during the day. I then had sugar water with my training. As you can see, nothing complex about this. Stick 4 cubes of sugar in the sugar water and drink it whilst you're training. Actually, having listened to Dorian Ryder and Mark Bell yesterday, probably you can put more in. I'm not quite sure yet what amount of dose I should be doing with sugar. It still seems very strange for me to be putting sugar in water, but because I was worried about the caffeine issue, I was putting sugar in water. Another cup of sweet tea. And then you can see dinner, again, papaya, mango, kiwi, some pears, I think this time a mandarin. And then the results are in. Down again on the scale, 208.8. That's a 0.6 pound drop overnight. Not a bad thing to wake up to as a birthday boy at 46. So alhamdulillah, this sugar diet is working. I'm very pleased with it. It'd be interesting actually because I've been on the sugar fast or sugar diet or whatever we want to call it so far today. But I will be going out for dinner this evening and I will be breaking my fast. It'll be interesting to see what happens on the scale tomorrow morning. But alhamdulillah, things are going well. I hope you guys are finding this interesting. I'm trying to document everything as honestly as I can. There you go. That's what I ate yesterday.